What is happiness? Is it having lots of money, success in your career, or is it having fulfilling relationships? I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and armed with the vast repository of knowledge that is the internet, I decided to do some research. After doing lots of research on the internet, I finally found that the ultimate source of happiness is doing a lot of drugs, introspection and self-analysis on yourself, or rather, looking within oneself, because in as much as many people disagree on what happiness is, they definitely agree on one thing: it cannot be found in material things. Except drugs! I'm not suggesting being broke will make you happy in any way. Being broke will definitely make you unhappy because lack of money is very stressful, and if you are a man, no girl would want to talk to you, let alone pick your calls, and the only girl who picks your phone calls still reminds you that you're broke.
Sorry, you do not have sufficient airtime to make this call. Please recharge your account and try again.
Yes, I know that, but are you single?
So having lots of stuff won't necessarily make you happy, and having nothing also won't make you happy. So what will? Back when I was a child, I still am, I always wanted a PlayStation. I wanted one more than I wanted my next breath. I was sure having a PlayStation would make me happy forever. I finally got one, and yes, you guessed it, I got bored of it. It's happened to me many times with many desires I have in life, and I don't think it would be far off for me to assume that that's exactly how it feels to achieve the bigger things in life, like buying a big house, an expensive car, or having children, because they will eventually disappoint you by becoming lazy, mediocre YouTubers. This is called the hedonic treadmill. It's where you desire things, so you strive to get those things, and then you finally obtain those things. You enjoy them for a while, but after enjoying them, you adapt to having those things, and then after that, you end up desiring more things. It's an endless cycle. In light of all this, a good place to start on the happiness journey is to actually be content and satisfied with what you get in life. Do you understand this, Jerry? You shouldn't have broken up with me because of only 2 inches. I wish you could just be satisfied and content with what you get, because that's all I have to offer. I was born like this. I didn't choose to be this way. I didn't choose to be 2 inches shorter than you. As I was saying, a good place to start on this attempt to be happy is to actually be content and satisfied with what you have. Some of the happiest people I've met in life are people who live very simple lives. And it seems to me that what is at the core of their happiness and positive outlook to life is that they are inherently satisfied with what they have. I hope you're taking notes, Jerry. Now, at this point, you're probably thinking to yourself, so to be happy, I'm supposed to be content and satisfied with my life? What if I'm not satisfied with my life? What if I want to do big things like become a corrupt politician? Should I just give up on my dreams and sit home all day in my underwear making silly YouTube videos? First of all, no. Don't do that. That's my job. And secondly, being content in life and chasing your dreams are not mutually exclusive. You can actually do both at the same time. A good way to go about this is to not compare yourself to others, but rather comparing yourself only to your past self. This is one of the best ways to measure self-growth. Let's say, for example, you're an alcoholic and you drink about 3 bottles of whiskey in a day. This stresses you out, as you'd like to take better control of your drinking. At this point, you shouldn't compare yourself to others, but rather only compare yourself to your past self. So instead of drinking 3 bottles of whiskey, drink 5, and you'll be well on your way to becoming a better alcoholic. Cheers! This is my dog, Rocky. We named him that because he is as intelligent as a rock. But because of that, Rocky is the happiest creature I know. He doesn't care about his future, and he doesn't really think about his own happiness or his next meal.
He's so stupid he doesn't realize how miserable he should be. I envy that.
All he wants to do is play fetch, and even then he can't return the stick. He just runs away with it. So yeah, intelligence of a rock. But by just observing him, I can draw some very profound lessons about life. And no, I'm not gonna say that the only way to be happy is to be dumb. I mean, I'm dumb, so why am I still miserable? But rather, the conclusion we can draw here is that living in the moment and being wholly and fully immersed in life is one of the best ways to live. We experience such states when we are fully focused on a task or activity. It's why people love to go on nature walks, going for long drives, or fully immersing oneself in creative work. Thank you for making it this far into my silly excuse for content. This is just my 2 cents on the topic of happiness. And of course, I know nothing about happiness. I'm no psychologist or scientist of any sort. I'm just a hacky wannabe comedian. And now if you excuse me, I'm gonna go make myself happy.
Jack, what are you watching?
No, Mom, it's not what you're thinking.
Are you watching porn?
Yes, but I promise I won't do it again.
No, you can go ahead. I was just worried at first. I thought you were watching anime.